Alright, so this video is in two places on the website. If you've watched it before, you don't have to watch it again, or watch it again. The reason why we're putting it up twice is because this will definitely be beneficial to you as far as if you're going out. And so again, people watching this video are under the age of drinking, so again, share this with your friends who want to not drink, or you, if you're the person who's going out and you're going to a bar or fraternity party or some kind of party, house party, something like that, and you don't want to drink. Now, here's the thing: there's always a night out to drink. Okay, I know when I was in college, Monday night was a club. We used to go to Club Abyss. Okay, out in Sayreville, for those of you who know New Jersey. We go to Club Abyss. Tuesday night was like the nightclub. Because it was the nightclub because I was Rutgers. We were Rutgers Scarlet Night, but they had a Tuesday night special. Wednesday nights was like 2 for 1 at the Golden Rail. Thursday night was big night out for Frat Row and going to Old Queens. Friday night was also Old Queens or the sports bar, or also you could go out to the clubs. And Saturday night was the same deal. You can go out practically anywhere on a Saturday night. And Sunday we would go watch football and drink, or we go out afterwards and watch a late night, and there'd be after-hour parties, and then it would be Monday again. So you could literally go out every single night, and you could justify, well, we have to go out every single night. There's something to do every single night as far as being in college. So the point is that I went out a lot during college, but I didn't drink. My personal story, I think I said in another video, is I didn't drink a drop of alcohol until I was maybe 19, I think 20 years old, in my sophomore year of college, and I went out a bunch and I had a blast, and this is kind of how it goes. And so I don't even drink a lot now, just because I don't need to. So, but again, if you're going out and drinking a lot, or if you have a friend that's going out and drinking a lot, weight is going to happen. And so weight is going to happen, and also you're going to have some nights that bad things are going to happen other than weight. You're going to end up in fights and bad consequences, and one poor decision, one bad night, can land you in jail, can get you kicked out of school, can get you, potentially somebody gets in a fight and somebody gets hit and rolls over or falls down and hits their head on the corner of a curb, and you're up for manslaughter. I know that's like a crazy scenario, but that happens. That happens to people, and one night of drinking, one bad decision, or one bad lucky thing happens, or one unlucky thing happens, and your whole career is gone. I mean, your whole not just college career. I'm talking about the rest of your life. You're making up for this one bad decision, the one bad decision to go out, and party or something like that. And so limit your drinking. I mean, just, again, having a good time is fine. Going out once in a while is fine, and having fun with your friends and enjoying your college experience and enjoying your experience when you're young. I'm not telling you not to enjoy yourself, but you don't have to go out drinking every single night to enjoy yourself. If that's happening, there's something else there. You should be able to go out. I go out and have a blast with my friends, and without drinking or carrying people home every single time. It's not a crutch that we need to have fun. And so anyway, so if you're that person who's going out and you're like, well, how do I avoid the peer pressure? How do I go out and drink? I'll give you some tips. I'll give you some stuff where you can go out, not drink a lot, and your friends won't tell you, why aren't you drinking? Okay, so what I found out is, and by the way, people don't say like, why aren't you drinking? You have to drink, it's like peer pressure, like drink the alcohol, but people, they do in their own way. It's like, they'll just buy around for everyone. Hey, I bought you a drink, or I got you a drink, or, here. And it's very hard to say, no, I don't want it. So now if some of you are like, fine, whatever, no. Okay, and you're like, I don't care. And if your friends say something, you're like, whatever. You have confidence, you have self-confidence to say, shut up, I don't feel like drinking something. So that's fine. However, there are scenarios where, to make it easier for you, I have some tips, some strategies to help you out. So one of the things that I used to always do is when I would go out, I would always go and I would get a beer, and I would get a soda. Okay, and so I'd always get 2 at the same time. So I would get it. I would nurse a beer almost the entire night, and I would just drink the soda. And then what would happen is after a little while, once my soda was gone, I would take the beer, like almost the full beer, and take it with me to go get another soda. So I would go up to the bar and I just carry the beer, and I'd go up and order another soda. But I'd come back to the bar to the table with the same beer and a new soda. And so every time I went out, and I would tell my friends, I'd be like, I'm going to get another drink. I wasn't lying. I was just going to get a soda. But if people see you without something in your hand, they typically want to get you something to put into your hand. So as long as you have a beer or have a drink in your hand, you don't have to drink it. There's nothing wrong with just holding it. You don't got to worry about people trying to get you stuff. And so, so that's one thing that you can do. Another thing that I would do is I would be the designated driver. I would just say, hey, I'm driving tonight, or I'd be the person who drove. And I love driving. It was just something that I like doing. So, so if we were going to a club or something like that, that was a very easy way for me to get out of drinking a lot, or drinking at all, as far as that goes, just saying I'm going to drive. And so so that's a good thing for you to do as well. Another thing is make sure when you're going out that you don't leave on an empty stomach. Okay, so make sure you get some alcohol, get some food in you, preferably some kind of breads. Alcohol is a very small, when you look at the chemical level, it's a very small molecule, so it goes into your bloodstream very quickly, and so it also gets absorbed by food very quickly too. So point being is, the more you eat, plus it will stop you from eating, getting lightheaded and drinking, and then wanting to eat fatty stuff afterwards. So if you eat some food, don't go drinking before you start drinking. Then that will keep you a little bit more sober, and not make you super hungry for at the end of the night when you go out. Learn how to, what I call, closed lip drink. Okay, so you take a I used to take bottled alcohol, and I could chug for 10 minutes because one bottle, just because I would keep my mouth closed and make a little hole, and I would blow some air in there every once in a while and drink a little tiny bit. So it looked like I was drinking a lot, but it really wasn't. So I could just keep doing that all the time and just keep my mouth closed. And you don't have to. It's a trick for bartenders and waitresses that when they drink with, they can't get inebriated with every single one, and they're there all night serving drinks. So when they have a drink with someone, a lot of times they'll take a shot. If a whole group is doing shots, my bartending friends, and they'll take the shot and they'll spit it back in the shot, and then they'll dump it on the ground. And so that way they don't get drunk with everyone else at the bar, while they're working. But it's very hard for them to say, when they want to get shots for everyone and they want to get the bartender a shot, they don't want to start upsetting the customers, so they say yes, and they just learn how to drink without drinking. And so these are just some tips, some things that you can use, and just always the final say is just, no, I don't want to drink, or I'm not going to have a drink, or I'm not drinking tonight. People, it's not like they're going to force you to drink. It's like your 21st birthday or something like that, but you always have the power to say no. Okay, you always have the power to walk away, and you always have the power to, and that's cool, by the way. It's fine. It's not a bad thing, to not drink. I remember, it was a fraternity house, and I went in there, and they were hazing. They were doing their rituals or whatever they were. I wasn't in the fraternity, and the pledge, I guess, didn't want to drink, and he's like, I don't drink, and so I actually walked into the house, and they had him taped to the wall, like literally taped, like his whole body was taped to the wall. I'm like, dude, why taped to the wall? And he's like, I can't drink, so this was my punishment for not drinking. So fine. So if you're pledging a fraternity, maybe you have to get taped to the wall, or you have to do something, weird and wacky, but you don't have to get drunk. And so, whatever you got to do, just understand. Again, it only takes one bad decision, it only takes one bad night, it only takes one action, one accident, one thing that's not even your fault, but because you're inebriated, if you're driving a car and you get in an accident and somebody rear-ends you, which is not supposed to be their fault, but they find that you have alcohol in your system, it's your fault, okay? So immediately, and you get busted for that, and that goes on your record, and it's just not worth it. So just be very careful as far as going out and partying. Have a good time, but be very careful and be aware of what you're doing. And consciously do it. One last thing is also get good at card games. Okay, so that way if you're playing the card games, at least if you're really good at them, you don't got to drink that much. So hey, again, enjoy your college years, but do it safely, do it responsibly, and don't let one bad night ruin a life for your college education.